Michelle Hinchy.
Here.
Tim Hinkle.
Here.
Danny Loggins.
Here.
Michelle Menas.
Here.
Jason Ragland.
Here.
Cindy Seiler.
Here.
Andy Treat.
Here.
Rick Watts. Wayne Witcher.
Here.
8 present, quorum.
And you don't say it,
Father in heaven, we come to you tonight, Lord, and we just thank you for this good and blessed day that you've given us. We invite you into this house tonight, Lord, and as a member of the budget committee, and all of us that are going to be voting on the budget, we just pray, Lord, that you would give us good numbers. Help us, Lord, to give us wisdom, and just lead us and guide us, Lord, in this season. And we just thank you for all that you do. We thank you for your son, Jesus. For it's in his name I ask all these things. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We get a motion and second to approve the last month's minutes.
I make a motion to approve last month's minutes. I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We don't have no old business, we got some new business. Ordinance 2023-49. Wayne, you wanna do that?
Sure. Be it enacted by the Quorum Court of the County of Searcy, State of Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled to establish timelines and procedures for annual county budget submissions. Arkansas Code outlines the Searcy County Quorum Court's responsibility to appropriate public funds for county expenses by ordinance. Specifically, Arkansas Code states, before the end of each fiscal year, the Quorum Court shall make appropriations for the expenses of county governments for the following year. Statute 14-904B1A II. As part of Searcy County's Quorum Court legislative and oversight responsibilities, and in order to efficiently appropriate public funds by ordinance to a subsequent year's county budget, each county official, elective or appointed, shall prepare detailed and itemized estimates of expenditures for the upcoming fiscal year. These budgets shall be provided to the county clerk by the second Thursday of October. After compiling the provided budget estimates, the county clerk shall collate and submit this information to the Quorum Court Budget Committee. This information shall be provided by the fourth Thursday of October. The county treasurer shall prepare a projected revenue detail report which shall anticipate by fund revenues for the subsequent budget year. This report shall be provided to the Quorum Court Budget Committee by the fourth Thursday of October. Any discussion?
Anybody got anything on that? You wanna-
Make a motion that we, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, just kind of thinking here, is that going to be enough time? Do we need to get started a little bit earlier than that?
I polled different counties, and I did talk to county officials as far as who I could talk to, and it seems to me that this seems to be a pretty good standard at the end of October to start collecting this information. And if you look at the handbook that's given to the Quorum Court at the beginning of each term, you'll note that they say that November and December is set aside as the time period where the Quorum Court should develop their budgets. And so to get that information to us by 1 November, I think does give us enough time to get started. And I know that there are certain restraints that the treasurer has trying to anticipate funds, and those anticipations are very important.
Well, I understand that, but I was just thinking about getting all the information from all the department heads on each department as far as that goes. You know, if that's early enough, that's fine.
Yeah, I think having the month of November and December, even if you have to, I mean, you have multiple, budget meetings to discuss that. So I think a lot of stuff gets worked out even within those budget meetings. But as long as you know, that would give you, to me, that would give you almost a month and a half before that December meeting, depending on how it falls on that Monday, that you can have those budget meetings and discuss and kinda get things organized, and then, you know, as long as you can approve it that meeting in December, you know, unlike last year, it was after the first of the year, which was way too late, but even this year, I think, you know, right now, trying to find a time that we're all gonna be able to meet to make this pass by the end of the year is gonna be tough, so I think, I mean, to me, 45 days should be enough for the quorum to hash and meet with department heads if need to be in those budget committee meetings.
And
A lot can be accomplished in those.
This is largely, this ordinance is twofold in its purpose. Number one, it will be to answer what I anticipate to be a write-up from the audit committee. I mean, that may not happen, but we did not obey the law this year by passing an ordinance for this year, last year. And so this is anticipating that there might be some issue with that, so maybe not, maybe they won't write us up on it. But also, when I was looking into this, I noted that there, as far as I could find, by ordinance, there was no definition as to who did what. I mean, there was nothing defining that the clerk gathers and collates. There was nothing defining that department heads submit to anyone, anything. And I think that moving forward to create a more efficient government, I think every department head should be compelled by ordinance to participate in the budget process. And so this year, we're 2 weeks away from the end of the year, and I don't feel comfortable as we fall across the finish line, because there's a lot of these offices that I don't think our office holders have really participated in. I talked to one today, and they didn't even know that their budget had been done. And so I just think that what this does is it creates a pattern going forward for everyone to do what they can do. And so I feel that this should be submitted by at least the second Thursday, but maybe they can move it up, you know, the first Thursday or the second Thursday, or, you know, I mean, it just depends on.
The more time you give them, or we have to look at it, the better, I think.
Mhm.
I mean, we can rush in here, we can look at a bunch of numbers, but if they're not correct, what good have you done?
Right.
A lot of times you can do more damage by pushing to get that vote when you don't have everything that you need to be, that needs to be had. But I will say this too, being on the quorum for the terms that I've been, was back to what Wayne said, I think this ordinance is important because I think we got very relaxed. Debbie did a very good job with the budgets, and she just owned that, and we just trusted that it was gonna be done. And then, you know, when she retired, you know, there was that gap, and it's like, oh, well, then we realized that nobody really even owned it. She just always done it. So, you know, that doesn't set expectations for like Mr. Cotton that came in and took that and not have any direction. You know, things happen, and we, you know, we've had to backfill a couple of these big positions, and I think it's important we have something that truly defines when new people come in for whatever reason, whether it's an election or in the middle of a term, they're not caught off guard, or that we're all on the same page. We're following the same processes.
I feel if you're an office holder, you absolutely must participate in the budget process. That is like one of the most important things you must do.
It's your department, you know what it takes to run it. We don't.
It should not be the JP's cutting and
That's not our
slashing.
fault.
It's what we do is we're the keeper of the budget. And so if there is a shortfall, then we determine how to manage it going forward. I move that we adopt ordinance 2023-49 with the caveat that I will also move that we do a title read, a second and third title read, and therefore we would probably have to do a roll call vote on this because we need 2/3 of a vote to do that. So I move that we adopt ordinance 2023-49.
Second it.
We do a roll call.
Well, I will after we vote on this first time.
Michelle Hitchie,
Yes.
Tim Hinkle,
Yes.
Danny Loggins,
Yeah.
Michelle Manus,
Yes.
Jason Ragland,
Yes.
Cindy Siler,
Yes.
Andy Treat,
Yes.
Wayne Witcher.
Yes.
Pass 8-0.
I make a motion to suspend the rule requiring requiring a general ordinance to be read on 3 separate days, and place this ordinance on second reading by title only. Aye. Okay, he seconds. This has to have 2/3.
Alright, roll call. Michelle Hinchey,
Yes.
Tim Hinkle,
Yes.
Danny Loggins,
Yes.
Michelle Manus,
Yes.
Jason Ragland,
Yes.
Cindy Seiler,
Yes.
Andy Tree,
Yes.
Wayne Witcher,
Yes.
8-0 pass.
I make a motion to suspend the rule requiring a general ordinance to be read on 3 separate days and place this ordinance on third reading by title read only, and we didn't read the title, so I'm gonna do it. Be it enacted by the Quorum Court of the County of Searcy, State of Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled to establish timelines and procedures for annual county budget submissions.
I'll second it.
Michelle Hinchey,
Yes.
Tim Hinkle,
Yes.
Danny Loggins,
Yes.
Michelle Manus,
Yes.
Jason Ragland,
Yes.
Cindy Seiler,
Yes.
Andy Tree,
Yes.
Wayne Witcher,
Yes.
8-0 pass.
Go ahead and read it again.
Okay, got ordinance, 2023-50.
Jason, 50 or 51?
50, was the next
I'm on the wrong page. Oh. Ordinance 2023-50, being enacted by the Quorum Court of the County of Searcy, State of Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled, an ordinance levying millage taxes on political subdivisions of Searcy County for the year 2024 as authorized by public election. Whereas the voters of the various political subdivisions have authorized the county Quorum Court to levy millage taxes in the following amounts to maintain basic governmental services. Now therefore be it ordained by the Quorum Court of Searcy County that real estate and personal millage be levied as follows. School District Number 17, Searcy County School District, 36.55. Number 69, Ozark Mountain School District. Number 12, Newton County, 36.50. Number 30, Mountain View School District. Number 1, Timbo, Stone County, 28.91. Number 4, Yovell Summit School District, Marion County, 36.98. Number 59, Hector School District, Polk County, 44.50. County General, 4.0. County Road, 3.0 full. County Road Split, 1.5 split between county and city. County Library, 3.0. County Building and Maintenance, 1.0. The cities, the City of Marshall, 5.0. City of Leslie, 2.0. City of Gilbert, 2.0. City of Pendle, 2.0. City of St. Joe, 2.0. City Streets, Marshall City, 1.5. Leslie City, 1.5. Gilbert City, 1.5. Pendle City, 1.5. St. Joe City, 1.5. Whereas this ordinance herein enacted is effective immediately.
Any discussions? Need a motion and a second.
I make the motion to approve ordinance 2023-50.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, we got, appropriation orders 2023-51.
Michelle, you wanna read that one?
Being enacted by the Quorum Court of the County of Searcy, State of Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled to amend the 2023 annual operating budget and to appropriate funds and to allow the county judge to administer said appropriation. Whereas the Quorum Court has agreed to transfer the sum of $2,500 due to miscoded payment from 3001 line item 3001-014-3009 to 1,000, line item 1,00104-3009. Amount $2,500. Whereas this ordinance herein enacted is an appropriation ordinance and therefore is effective immediately, the Searcy County Treasurer is hereby authorized to transfer $2,500.
Discussions?
Yeah, what is that? Is that
Jeff, you know what that is?
the drug dog? Or say something about it?
No, I'm sorry.
Well, I have it in my big book right here, but it would be much easier for him to. You can take it out of there.
Is that collector's automation fund? No.
Yeah, it's out of the collector's office. That's 3001 anyway, 1,000's general, so.
Okay, that is the fund where they pay their, computer software out of. There's other professional services.
It is the collector's. Is
So
this
that would just go
something?
to the general then, if it's their software, instead of it being in their line item?
Collector's fund is collector's fund in the general.
Is this something the auditors have done?
My knowledge, no.
That is a treasurer's question on this one, I'm sorry.
It is other professional services from what I can see. And I bet you Mary Beth would only do that if the auditors were asking her to do that, that's what I'm thinking. Cause I wouldn't think that'd be something she'd do on her own.
No, and just to move to general, I mean, if it's their software, it's their expenses, it would have to be something like that, because why wouldn't it just stay
Yeah, just move
under
one
their,
line to
under
the
their,
next.
yeah.
Especially with it, dealing with the collector's office, which does have appropriations from, I mean, especially it being Act 1215, which seems to me to be state funding, is that right? And so therefore, it is ear tagged for specific things, and so it is
I think
unusual.
what they done, they paid it out of the wrong thing and they trying to switch it back over. Out of the wrong line item. They paid something, so we're having to switch it back.
So you think maybe they paid a bill that was, they paid an expense that got
Yeah.
coded wrongly
Yeah, it got
out of
coded.
general, and
It
now they're
got
putting the
coded
money
wrong.
back in.
That's what it was.
So that's what it says, it says it was because of
Take
the
out of
school.
that automation, it's going.
It got coded wrong, took out the wrong count, so they switched it back. Pretty much what it is.
1,000 paid the bill.
Well, it goes into the general fund, and you can never go wrong there. It
We
would be the-
always need money there,
It would be the treasurer that would be in hot water, so I move that we accept appropriation ordinance 2023-51.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Jeff, you wanna post it? Form right quick?
2 minutes of time, just keep you informed of some things that we're doing. Right now, we do not have a memorandum of understanding with anyone in case the courthouse was to go down. My office and the treasurer's office needs to have somewhere that we could go in a general emergency where we could continue conducting business. So we've spoken with the superintendent out there. It has previously been an understanding between us and the school district to do these sort of functions. Right now, the principals of that have all left office, and so we're putting together a new memorandum of understanding that if something happens to to the courthouse, a fire, anything, flood, something where our office couldn't continue doing business in the courthouse, that we would move our operation to the, school district's offices down by the gymnasium, and we would continue conducting our business down there. And so I'm putting together that along with the superintendent, so we can have something in place just in case. The second thing, we'll actually talk about a little bit in the budget, but right now, there is no written agreement between us and the city of who pays for what as far as district court. It's just been a handshake, as far as we can tell, because we cannot find any documentation. We haven't been able to supply it to the auditors. And so myself and the county judge will be putting together written agreements between us and the city of who covers what as far as district court is concerned. And so we're in the process of doing that, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in the budget here.
In the fund, which does support those, operations, has money been coming from the city of Marshall into that fund at this point?
Yes. And
What's the percentage?
right now, it's 50-50 for most. They're, the assistant at the district court, we foot the whole bill for the assistant. But as far as the clerk, we half and half, and other items, we cover half and half.
Are the negotiations amiable?
Well, it is between me and the judge.
I didn't answer my question.
Is
We'll
that
talk,
assistant?
we'll talk further in budget hearing.
Okay.
Okay. Anybody got anything else? Your motion to dismiss?
Make a motion, we adjourn.
I'll second.